What's up everybody, it's SCross 1290 here. Welcome you back to some more Dark Souls 3. This is session 4 of my Let's Play of Dark Souls 3. Isn't that amazing? I'm actually recording stuff a lot more often than I used to. In the last session, we returned to the High Wall, the first real level of the game, and collected all the items, and we also went to the Undead settlement. Did nothing in the Undead settlement other than start the first requirement for the third ending of Dark Souls 3. Where, if you remember, we got 5 free level ups, but now we get a status effect when we die called Halloween, and that makes our character look like a decaying piece of poop or a piece of beef jerky. And in this session, I know we waited a very long time for this, but we're finally going on to the Undead settlement, which is level 2 of Dark Souls 3. Not pulling anybody's legs, we're not going to go do any side quests, we are heading right into the action. So, a few things about the Undead settlement before I begin and get my ass completely kicked here, because this is not Bloodborne. I've been playing Bloodborne with my friends for a while now, about 4 days in a row. But Undead Settlement, level 2 of Dark Souls 3, and I would like to believe that this level is twice as long as the High Wall of Lothric. So we're in for quite the grind. So what I have planned here is I'm going to do as much of the High Wall as I possibly can in about an hour and a half. But I don't expect it to be fully completed in that time, so we might... Did he disappear? Well, I got the souls, but I don't know where the hell he went. What an asshole, just glitching through the wood like that. But yeah, we're going to see how far we can make it in the High Wall in this session. Hopefully, we could complete it, but this level's really long. And it has, unlike the High Wall, it's not a complete linear path. In this level has branching paths. First one we see in this game, where we could take all these optional paths and eventually that lead up to the exit. But, you know, each path is going to have its own collections of treasures, and it's going to have its own collections of dangers. And I'm going to be exploring every single optional path that I see before we head on to the third level of the game. Because there's a lot of good items that we could get here. For example, this item right here, Loretta's Bone. If you go up there, like I did on top of that house, and cut off that body that's hanging from the rope, and then come down here, you get Loretta's Bone, which is a quest item. And a very important quest item for an NPC that you already picked up. Give you a hint on what that NPC, on who that NPC is. Saved him from a jail cell. Gave you a ring and asked us to find his friend and give that ring to her. And how dare you sidestep to the right like that? Very slowly and invading my arrows because I'm bad. Look, you did the same thing. Wow, you guys have some hardcore strats. But once you pick up Loretta's Bone, you might see here there's a shit ton of enemies. And there's an enemy right there. I'm gonna zoom in right here. Whoop. I don't know if it's zoomed in like that, but there's an enemy over there in a weird outfit, different outfit from all of these enemies, and you do not want to fight her when there's all kinds of enemies over here like so. You want to clear out these villagers right now. My recommendation would be with a bow, because you don't want to get into a fight with all of them at once. Unless you do and you're crazy and you know you want to challenge. No, I want to go over here. But yeah, you do not want to fight that lady with all these mobs all about. You want to clear them first, because that lady, that is a lady monster. We're going to be fighting a lot of them throughout the game. She is a pretty difficult monster this early in the game. In fact, she might be the difficultest monster we have to deal with in this level, if I remember correctly. Come here, buddy. Come over here and yeah, get destroyed. I love how my longbow skills are like so amazing that I two-shot these villagers and boom, you just got a headshotted. Got headshotted. You just got a headshot and now I can't hit you with anything else. So it's time. Oh my god, I got picked with the pickaxe. I don't know why I said pickaxe. That's not a pickaxe, that's a pitchfork. Pitchfork. Yeah, pitchfork. There we go. I know how to talk. Don't worry. I commentate on YouTube. It's not like I don't know how to talk or anything. Oh, stop sidestepping to the right. Jesus Christ. Why does that even work? I don't even know why that works. But once you got a good majority of these hollows out of here, these villagers, you're going to want to fight that lady. And yes, you want to fight her. Even though I called her hard, she is guarding a very, very useful item that you want to pick up before you go deeper into the high wall. And yes, I'm being cheap. I'm shooting her with my fucking bow and arrow. You just deal with it. Because she hurts. So, a few things she could do. She could do that chanting attack where she will read her book and chant, and then she will try and hug you while she's on fire. And I know it might be a little bit cold out here. I mean, that tree's dead, so it's probably winter. And a warm hug will probably be, sounds really nice right now. Well, she grabbed you and you accepted that warm hug. You're probably dead right now, and you would have never collected this Estus shard, which is really important to pick up because that gives you an extra charge in your Estus flask. And who would not want to have 6 charges of Estus, especially in a long level like this one? Now I say this level's long, and it is. It's a lot longer than the High Wall of Lothric, but there are a lot of checkpoints in this level. And I mean a lot of checkpoints. You do have to go through quite the endurance run to get to the next checkpoint, but it's not that difficult. In fact, I really love this level. This is where Dark Souls 3 to me becomes really fun. And for an example of how this level is going to be long is, there's a path right here. This is path number A. Path number A. Okay, I guess I'm keeping it. And over here is pass number B. And this is an optional pass, but this is still but it still leads to path B. Now, we could go to A or B, it's your decision. They both lead to eventually the same area. But I would recommend now you don't go this way down path number B, because if you go down path number B, you are going to have a little bit of a hard time. That can be resolved by going down path number A. Even though I almost got wrecked by this. Oh my god, will you stop? Just die already. Jesus. I feel like I'm playing Bloodborne right now. I haven't played Dark Souls 3 for a while. I've been playing Bloodborne a lot with my friends, and I'm more used to that right now than Dark Souls. I did not practice at all for this session. I just turned on my PS4, turned on my capture card, and was like, alright, I'm just going to record because I want to. I ran out of videos to upload for YouTube, and I want to record some games. Probably should have practiced a bit, but I do know this air level like the back of my head because I've done it so many times. And I have read a bunch of 100% walkthroughs and stuff because, you know, who has time to play and figure out the game by themselves when I could just, you know, read other people who get paid to do that. Not saying that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing if you do that. I mean, go ahead, man. If you don't have time and want to complete a game completely, go ahead and do that. But it's more fun to play through this game by yourself, and I've done that. I have played through this game by myself multiple times, not all the way, but multiple times on multiple characters, and it was a lot of fun. That's how you get to learn a lot of new things. But sometimes you don't collect everything, and I like to consider myself a little bit of a completionist. And well, I'm just getting my ass kicked left and right here. But I do view myself, will you get up there? Jesus Christ, can I stop being pelted by every single thing? Now, if I could stop being completely annihilated by everything around here. As I was saying, I do view myself as a little bit of a completionist. That's why I like collecting as much stuff as I possibly can, and I do read guides, not often, depends on the game, but mostly RPGs like this, I do read guides on, so I could go find everything that will help, and I do not want to fall down there, because that will be death. And yeah, now that I got that thought out, what we did here, I did not explain it, but there was another 2 paths we could take, and what the hell are you shooting at? I am being ridiculously bad right now. I do not understand how I'm not dead yet. Am I embered? I'm not even embered. I should probably ember myself. That's right, I killed myself over and over again to get the Halloween. Of course I'm not embered. There's all my HP. But back here, there's 2 paths. There's this path and there's the secret path. We're going down the secret path first because there's something we could do here. Just know though, if you're taking the secret path and doing what you want to do over here, if you do what I'm about to do over here, then you are going to have the area reset on you. Just so you know. The entire area is going to be reset, and all the monsters you killed, you'll have to refight them again. Just so you know. But there is something not really worth it, but interesting over here that I am going to show off at the cost of me having to redo the entire beginning part again. But that's alright. We're in here for the long run. So we jump off this roof up ahead. We jump off this roof and we land here. And there's a dude over here walking left and right. Or not walking left and right, but walking back and forth. So your first thoughts would be like, oh my god, it's a monster. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. But come on, fight me. Fight me. Come on, I want to parry you. I want to parry you. I want to do that. I want to do that to you. Now I'm going to do some of this. Oh, I thought that was going to hit him. But this dude will not attack you, even though you can lock on him. Instead, you could do something with him. So make sure you do not attack him. That'd be stupid. Very, very stupid. And then this will probably catch your eye as well once you figure out that monster is innocent. And you're like, ooh, an item. And then hit the item and then realize that the item fell down there. Well, that item is still in the same level. We will eventually come to this part later on in the Undead Settlement. In fact, a little bit of a spoiler, that's the end of the Undead Settlement right there, is that church. That will take us to the next level. So that's our destination for this part, is to collect everything in the Undead Settlement and go there. But before we do, we're going to have to go to this monster here. And we're going to have to do something with this monster. So if you get behind a monster, you'll get to examine him. And when you do, you will end up here once you have talking to the cage on the monster. And this place does not look so friendly. Well, believe it or not, there is no boss here, so you have absolutely no problems. In fact, there are 0% enemies in this one area, so all you have to do is just run to this other side. There's a dude here, he will not attack you, he's friendly, and there's an item here as well. So let's pick up this item. We got the War God Wooden Shield, which is the first great... Oh, I thought it was a great shield. The first big shield you might find here, unless you find... well, it's just a better wooden shield than the wooden shield you get in the high wall. So if you want to use it, go ahead. Better than this junk. I'll buy a lot. But I'm going to keep to my Knight Shield because I like it the most. But yeah, you get the War God Shield by doing that. And you get to have a conversation with this dude who has a really cool looking weapon and a very powerful one at that as well.
Well, what's up? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise? Oh, yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you are. But we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping. Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family. You'll go mad one day, but not today. Take my advice. Use this bone and leave this place. This pit is for hollows and for the occasional madman fond of piling up victims. You've better things to do, I'd hope.
Yep, that is why we took the cage and came down here. Because there is a covenant called the Mound Makers down here. Mound Makers are the first PvP covenant you could get in Dark Souls 3. The Way of the Blue is not a PvP covenant, but the Mound Makers are. Well, Way of the Blue is a PvP covenant, but not the PvP covenant that wants you to go fight other people and invade them and kill them. Way of the Blue is more of a, well, people will go to aid you and protect you and help you kill invaders and stuff. But Mound Makers are, as said here, a malformed vertebra found by the mad, with a queer symbol on the inside, proof of the shackles of the gods, equipped to pledge oneself to the Mound Makers Covenant. The Mound Makers wish only to add to their mounds, becoming mad spirits whether summoned as cooperators or invaders. They are believed to those around them, for in their minds, any kill might lead to another shackle. So Mound Makers, here's the snitch up on the Mound Makers. They act as cooperators, but are actually really invaders. When you play PvP, you'll probably realize that there are purple symbols along with the white, yellow, and red symbols. The purple symbols on the ground are the Mound Makers, and if you summon them, they act as cooperators. They will help you throughout the level. But their main objective is to go and kill you. And yes, they can backstab you, and you can kill them back. So pretty much this is just the early game invading you could do. Invading, dueling, because we don't have a significantly way to invade right now. Significantly. We don't have an easy way to invade right now other than the cracked red eye orbs, and we only have 5 of those, so you can only do that 5 times. But you could do that. You'll get to duel people, or get summoned into a world with like 3 people, and they all gangbang you, and this is how it works. So also another thing you might notice is that there's no exit into this cave, so you're forced to use a homeward bone. This is what I meant by, if you do this, you're going to have to reset the entire area. There's absolutely no choice. You do this, you're trapped here, and you have to reset the entire beginning area, or however far it took you to get to this one point. But luckily for us, we have a, I just picked it up, a Estus shard in our pockets, that we could go back to the blacksmith here and have him use it to upgrade our Estus shard, so we could have 6 charges instead of 7. 6 charges instead of 5. There we go. Boy, am I being stupid right now. Can I reinforce my heavy axe? Heavy axe, deep battle axe? No, I cannot. So that's that.